My name is Remjius Hayoyo, and I work as an area manager for Nutreco Africa. We cover Central East Africa, which includes Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Southern Sudan. And so what we do is I support a team of 5 people that are in those various countries to help farmers and feed millers on how to produce quality feeds with techniques and know-how on how to get better performance from the animals, in particular poultry. Yeah, Trouw Nutrition is a part of a bigger company called Nutreco, but the Trouw Nutrition part of it is involved in animal nutrition. It's a nutrition company, and in nutrition company we produce animal feed premixes. We also do trainings, and that is knowledge transfer to various farmers and various feed millers that are doing animal feed production on how to produce better feeds to better the performance of the animals. So Trouw has got a wealth of a lot of staff that are so technical in various concerning nutrition, veterinary, and also in terms of tools that are used to analyze the quality of the raw materials and the quality of the feeds that are produced, that they meet the standards that will give better performance to the animals. So in a nutshell, that's a summary of what Trouw Nutrition does. Yeah, but there's quite a lot that also happen with the sister companies, but straight Trouw does only nutritional things for the land animals. Yeah, the biggest lesson I've learned is that performance in poultry depends on 2 basic things. 1 is management. 2 is quality of feeds. And the quality of feeds starts with the quality of the raw materials. You understand the raw material quality, then you are fixed the issue of the feeds. For the 18 years I've worked, we've tried to fumble several times on how do you produce quality feeds. But I've learned that for you to produce it, go back to check the quality of the raw materials. Once you've done that, then you have solved almost 80% of your performance. The remaining part of it is management. So that's the biggest learning I've had, and I think I'm using it in a better way now to bring out the performance of the animals. Again, Tanzania is an interesting country. It's a country which is big in size, that's one, and being big in size means land is still available. And poultry keeping requires land, and also raw materials requires land. So Tanzania has a big land resource. 2, the population is big and also growing, and so it is, as a population growing, there's a high demand. That coupled together, Tanzania has got also a good base for raw materials, so that has got stable pricing, though fluctuations are there, but stable pricing. So if you want to keep your poultry, Tanzania becomes a good place because you have good pricing for raw materials, get a good size land to do your poultry keeping, and also demand is there for the finished product. So that's why Tanzania is interesting for us. Kukua na Kuku is a project which is being run by the Tanzania government together with a cluster of Dutch companies putting together the expertise and know-how in poultry sector, and especially in encouraging knowledge transfer and practical training, and also encouraging consumption of the produce, that is the meat and also the egg, the produce of poultry. And this came about because this is what was lacking in Tanzania, knowledge on how to keep the poultry in a better way. And so Trouw Nutrition, being part of the Dutch companies, we are bringing in our expertise on nutrition. That is how to produce good quality feeds and how to feed the animals in a good program the poultry a good program to enhance or better their performance. So we play that by providing the raw materials used in producing those feeds, and also giving the know-how how to produce them, and also advising how to feed in the farms. And this with the demonstration farm put together with Kukua and Kuku project at Kilacha Training College. We are supplying the feeds for that project and training on how to feed the poultry there, and training also of the farmers who will visit the training center. So that is what we play in the project of Kukua and Kuku. Yeah, I would say that even before the COVID came in, the trend in poultry industry in Tanzania was having an upward, in that the entire sector was having various players who were focusing on creating a good environment for growth in poultry industry. The sector associations were actually trying to lobby on how to reduce some legislations that are really hindering business or hindering the sector from growing, and also introducing some kind of legislations that hinder some unbecoming activities that others were doing to hinder the growth of the industry. So one area that I see positive is legislations being developed that help in the industry growing. For example, having 0% VAT on raw materials for making animal feeds. That is something that so came in and really gives a positive push. The other thing I've just seen also happening is now looking at the standards, because as I said, raw materials for making feeds is quite important. And so if there's no standards being implemented, anything can come in, and since it's available, I'll go for it. But now I'm seeing Tanzania Bureau of Standards is pushing in the standards so that people importing and also producing locally can adhere to the standards, have to meet the standards for the feeds to be used by the farmers. So I see that being positive and have given a good outlook, because quality feeds is the basis for poultry production. If it's led for anybody who can produce anything, then we are going to a different direction. So that's a good trend. The third one is that I'm seeing growth in various farms coming in. So the number of farms are coming in, big sizes. We've seen quite a number of big broiler farms coming in, and also people interested in breeding farms are also increasing in number. This is because there's a high demand on day-old chicks that's pushing that forward. So that can show you that there's a bit of an upward trend in growth in the poultry industry in Tanzania. Yep, those are the ones that I can mention. Mimi ni Daktari Remjius Hayoyo, na wewe unaweza kuwa na kuku.